What's up, Brooklyn Squad? Whew. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Oh my God, it is a mess out in them streets, baby. Let me tell you. Ooh, yeah. But we're gonna get into some things today. We're gonna wait and see if anybody wanna join, and if not, let's hop into it. Cause yesterday was a manhunt. And today, I think they already were live with it, but we still gonna get into it, honey. So welcome to Brooklynsquad, baby. Get into some things. Get into some things. How y'all feeling today? Y'all good? Y'all good? Y'all good? I hope y'all good, because everybody ain't good out there. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with a few things, but I'm okay. I woke up alive. I ain't get much sleep, but I barely got sleep. But I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? I got my arms. I'm breathing. God woke me up with another day alive. So that is a blessing in my case. All right. There's other people out there that's going insane on a manhunt, and we need to talk about this. Because why can't we get any help for these missing children out there? Why can't we get any help for the families when they go to the cops and they be like, I need help. My children are missing. Hi, Kathy B. You barely got sleep too? Me too. Girl, me too. A wink. Like like that. But we here, right? Josephine in the building. Hey sis. Don't forget to hit the like button, Josephine. But we are here. You know, this is one of Josephine's things right here, because she says she don't like the motherfucking police. So she is definitely up in the building, okay? The police have messed up, how you say that? Terrorized Josephine big time. So you know Josephine probably got a lot to say about this, honey. And if you want, you could come up here and I'm gonna hit the link. I'm gonna share the link. But before I do this, and before I talk about some things, I do want to say this. I need y'all to come here. Katie, hey baby. I need y'all to be here this Saturday at 8 o'clock if y'all could. I have an interview with Allahnia Lenoir's aunt. This case, I have been covering it since Alana went missing. All right. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit after this. Um so y'all could get a little more familiar. I know Katie and Kathy B is definitely familiar with this. I know Katie is definitely familiar with this. Um Josephine is not familiar with this, and whoever else just joined, we got 3 people. There's one in the back. I'm not sure who it is, but what's up to you? How you doing? Um, Yes, Josephine is right, because she sent me pictures about that. Yeah. And I'm actually going to interview you, Josephine. But we're going to talk backstage about that. And then we'll get everything together on that, if you don't mind. Okay. I ain't forget you, girl. If you've been watching me, I've been doing a lot of families and a lot of cases. So just bear with me, Josephine. But you will, I got something for you coming up, okay? But I do need y'all here Saturday to support Alana Lenoir's aunt. The last time I had Alana Lenoir's mother on here a while back, but that's when we did the marathon. We have Alana Lenoir's aunt, okay? Y'all know they don't go to anybody's platform. I've been covering this case from the beginning, since she's been missing. She's still missing. Her body's still not found. This is one of the cases that is dear to me. As you see, my thumbnail, my picture is, it was Cody. It was Alana, and then it was Cody, because I did the Cody case. It's back to Alana. It's very dear to me, this case. Y'all saw me break down when they said her body. Like, it's very dear to me. Just like Jelani was, okay? Just like Cody is. Every case is dear to me, but when you interact with the family, it just hits really dear. So please come and support her this Saturday at 8 o'clock. But I'm going to talk about Alana a little bit after this. But let's get into this, honey. Why can't We get justice with the police. Why can't they leave Josephine alone? Why can't they go and find out missing people's bodies? Why can't the families get justice? Because they too busy killing fucking their wives and their girlfriends and kidnapping their kids and raping and assaulting other people. That's why they fucked up. I don't plan on I'm not monetized. I ain't gonna be monetized. So don't tell me what you can say about this video. You can't say this and you can't say that. I don't give a goddamn. I'ma tell it like it is. I'ma speak the truth and that's what it is. I'm not monetized and I don't even plan on being monetized, okay? They fucked up. They raping people. They assaulting people. They kidnapping people. And this is why we cannot get no help. But let's get into the news because we have an officer who decided to go on a rampage. Kathy B sent me this yesterday and I went to put it out, but then the Amber Alert was gone. They found the kid and he offed himself. So I said, all right. I can't do the Amber Alert because he's already found. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live today and we're going to just talk about it. Because they went live this morning. They said they was going to go live at 10 o'clock. So let's get into it. Kid found safe. Yes. That's why I didn't go live, Kathy B. I didn't tell you because you was already on your platform doing your thing. I did listen to a little bit yesterday, but I was also doing a million other things. But yes, I was there. You saw me in the comments, girl. Okay? But when I wanted to go live with it, they said, and you know, when people send me Amber Alerts, I do my own research to see if the child was found. He was still on the run. When I went to go put the live and I searched, I said, I'm going to search one more time before I press the live. And when I did it, they said Amber Alert, child found safe. So I said, all right, he found safe. And then they said he unalived himself. No. They didn't say that. They said he shot himself, but they didn't know the conditions yet. Let's get into the news report. Because there's more than this. He didn't only kill he didn't only he shot his wife at the school, shot his girlfriend, but he did some other things that, why was he on the streets? Why was he on the streets, Josephine? When he raped and assaulted a 16-year-old female and got her pregnant. Mr. Officer, we have some questions. I sound like a crazy idiot, bamboo idiot right now, right? But I'm not crazy, y'all. I'm tired of the fucking bullshit. Share this fucking video. Let's get into it. My description is up. I don't give a goddamn about being monetized about this bullshit. Let's get into it. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Josephine. Thank you for sharing my video. You always sharing like my videos, though.
just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local...
From K2 News, this is breaking news.
And that breaking news, a 1-year-old kidnapped by a former police officer safe tonight. West Richland police confirming Elias Huizar was spotted driving south on I-5 near Eugene this afternoon. This was following a chase with Oregon State Police. Investigators say Huizar shot himself. We do not know his condition. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Deborah Knapp.
And I'm Mike Asway. Roman, the little boy, the suspect's son, was then taken safely into custody. K2 Shelby Slaughter joins us live in North Portland at a plaid pantry where the pair was last seen. And Shelby, when do we...
News. This is breaking news.
And that breaking news, a 1-year-old kidnapped by a former police officer safe tonight. West Richland police confirming Elias Huizar was spotted driving south on I-5 near Eugene this afternoon. This was following a chase with Oregon State Police. Investigators say Huizar shot himself. We do not know his condition. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Deborah Knapp.
And I'm Mike Asway. Roman, the little boy, the suspect's son, was then taken safely into custody. K2 Shelby Slaughter joins us live in North Portland at a plaid pantry where the pair was last seen. And Shelby, when do we expect an update?
Well, right, this is a developing situation, but what we do know is there is a news conference now set at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And as you said, Elias was last seen at this plaid pantry here right behind me, along with the 1-year-old Roman. Now, roughly 15 hours later, that manhunt has ended. According to police, Huizar killed his ex-wife on the campus of Wiley Elementary School.
You know what? Hold up. Let me stop this for a minute. Let me stop this. Let's go to the beginning of what really happened. Let me stop it and let's go to the beginning of what happened. Hold on, y'all. Because we need to find out exactly. Because this man is psycho. Oh, what happened? What's going on here? Okay, I don't know what's going on right there, but we're going to go down then. Hold on, y'all. Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right, that's what I was looking for. Okay, let's get it. Let's get into it. I'm sorry, y'all. Pervert, exactly. I want to know his name and everything, bye. Okay, here we go.
The 1-year-old boy now safe. We're learning more about the man accused of kidnapping him.
Our Joelle Jones has been digging deeper into this case. She's live now to tell us what she's learned about him. Joelle, what can you tell us?
Well, you know, we've seen an outpouring of relief ever since baby Roman was found safe. But the aunt of Roman's mother tells me that she's still coming to grips with the fact that that boy will grow up without his mom. She describes the 17-year-old as beautiful, smart, and an amazing mother, telling me she feels her niece's alleged rapist should have never been out on bail.
As a multi-state manhunt ends in Eugene with 40-year-old Elias Huizar shooting himself in the head and baby Roman safe in police custody. The fallout from Huizar's alleged crimes continue to weigh on the families of the women murdered in Washington yesterday.
She was an amazing mom. She was just a baby.
West Richland police say the woman killed at William Wiley Elementary School was Weezar's ex-wife, 31-year-old Amber Marie Rodriguez. Authorities are not identifying the second victim found at his home, but her aunt says that's because she's only 17 years old and the mother of 1-year-old Roman.
She loved him. He was her world. She's a good mom. All she ever wanted was her baby to have a complete family.
Today, Benton County prosecutors confirmed Weezar was out on bail when he killed both women.
At the time of the murder, Mr. Weezar was out on conditions of release on 2 pending felony matters for rape of a child in the 3rd degree and rape in the 2nd degree. The total bail on those 2 matters was $250,000.
Court documents show Weezar was arrested after a 2-hour SWAT standoff in February this year.
He had just turned
A
17.
17-year-old after getting she and her 16-year-old friend drunk. Investigators say the 17-year-old victim met Weezar when he was a school resource officer at her middle school, while he was employed at the Yakima Police Department, and she was 15 years old, claiming they entered a sexual relationship shortly after, and he ultimately got her pregnant.
I never did like him. There's no reason an almost 40-year-old man should have gotten a 15-year-old kid pregnant.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And I remember hearing that yesterday. That's what I forgot to tell y'all. Okay, so check this out. When they met, she was 15 and he worked at her school. That baby was 15 years old. He got her and her friend drunk and got her pregnant. 15 years old. Ain't that a shame? Right. So she must have had her baby at 16. So they was together for a little while. Right. He worked at her school and he was an officer at the, police department also. He had a wife. So he killed his wife at her apartment at the school. He went to the school yesterday and killed his wife. And then went to the house and killed his 17 years old girlfriend and took the baby. He is a psychopath. Why was he on a low bond anyway for that rape charge? Why was he on a low bond? Disgusting. What is going to happen with the police department? What is going to change?
Weezar worked for Yakima Police from 2013 to 2022, when the department says he left after an undisclosed discipline. From there, he worked for the Richland School District as a resource officer.
I believe he should have never had a bail. I believe he should have never been let out. I believe he was a...
Court documents show Weezar was arrested after a 2-hour SWAT standoff in February this year for raping a 17-year-old after getting she and her 16-year-old friend drunk. Investigators say the 17-year-old victim met Weezar when he was a school resource officer at her middle school, while he was employed at the Yakima Police Department, and she was 15 years old, claiming they entered a sexual relationship shortly after, and he ultimately got her pregnant.
I never did like him. There's no reason an almost 40-year-old man should have gotten a 15-year-old kid pregnant.
Weezar worked for Yakima Police from 2013 to 2022, when the department says he left after an undisclosed discipline. From there, he worked for the Richland School District as a resource officer.
I believe he should have never had a bail. I believe he should have never been let out. I believe he was a police officer at one point, so therefore he should have been automatic high risk for flight.
Now, we are not naming or showing the 17-year-old victim as she is a minor, but her family tells me she is deeply missed. We have linked out GoFundMes to help support her family and the family of Amber Rodriguez as they work to lay these mothers to rest. Live in Portland, I'm Joelle Jones, Pine 6 News.
And Joelle, you've been on top of this story ever since it broke earlier today. You've worked a long day. Thank you for those updates.
Wow. He is a monster. There's no other words to describe that. Like, what the hell was he thinking? That's the problem. He wasn't. First of all, he was thinking with his wee-wee. He was thinking with his wee-wee when he met the girl.
Police in Washington state say that a man
I'm sorry, y'all.
Manhunt is underway for an ex-cop accused of killing both his ex-wife and girlfriend. An Amber Alert has also been issued after police say that suspect, Elias Huzar, abducted his one-year-old son in the town of West Richland. The former Yakima police officer is said to be armed and dangerous and possibly fleeing toward the Mexican border. Our Alex Stone is following the story, joins us now. So, Alex, what more do we know just about how this all unfolded?
Well, we are talking to police and learning a little bit more right now, Kira, that it is believed that he was due in court yesterday morning, accused of raping a 16-year-old girl, having a relationship with a teenage girl. He was a school resource officer in Yakima and allegedly assaulting another teenage girl, due in court yesterday morning, but instead out on bail, allegedly going to an elementary school, Wiley Elementary in West Richland, and allegedly at that point killing his ex-wife, then going to a home and killing his, who it's been reported to be, his underage girlfriend.
So wait a minute. He was charged for assaulting two girls? Because he said, and another underage girl also. Wow. So he knew if he was, and he had to go to court that day, so he went on a rampage. That was the thing. He knew that they was going to lock his ass up. So he went on a rampage. That's insane. You couldn't take the heat, but you would dish the heat? Come on now. Come on. That's insane. Her friend, I believe, exactly. Exactly, Kathy B. Yup.
Taking his son and then taking off from there. And now has been on the run. There is a nationwide Amber Alert that is in place right now. We understand that he may have been spotted in Portland, Oregon this morning, Kira.
He's spotted in hell now.
Okay, so let's talk about additional leads that are giving police the idea that he could be heading toward Mexico.
Well, there was that thought that he was in what you see right here, this silver Corolla, but overnight, we understand now, police are confirming that he was spotted on surveillance video at a convenience store in the Portland area, driving a dark sedan. So it looks like at some point he switched vehicles and went into another vehicle, still believed to have his one-year-old son with him, still on the run, but appears he's generally in the same area, not heading to Mexico, but they're looking for him right now.
All right, got it. We'll track it. Alex, thanks.
I want to see
if you're looking to get a degree in IT or cybersecurity.
If they did a what do you call it? They said at 10 o'clock they did a news thing on him. What is that called? Let me see. Conference, I think, right? I think that was the little news conference, though. Yeah, I think that was it. Oh, no, it's right here. Okay. Oh, no, that was something else 7 years ago. News conference, police in Washington gives update on manhunt. Oh, here it is, y'all. Okay, here it is.
Bring her back to the podium to field questions and direct them appropriately.
It's a conference I was talking about.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm sorry to report the tragedy that unfolded in our West Richland community yesterday. I'd like to begin by extending my thoughts and prayers to the victims and families and friends, and to report that the West Richland Police Department is utilizing every available resource to locate the suspect, Elias Huzar. Yesterday, April 22nd, 2024, at approximately 3:23 p.m., the West Richland Police Department responded to a shooting on the grounds of Wiley Elementary School in West Richland.
That's a shame.
One adult female was pronounced deceased at the scene outside of the school. The victim of the shooting was a 31-year-old Amber M. Rodriguez, who was the suspect's ex-wife. Later in the evening, while serving a search warrant at a nearby residence of the suspect, the West Richland Police Department detectives and our partner agencies discovered a second crime scene. A second homicide victim was found inside the residence. No information about the second victim's identity is being released at this time, as it is still an active investigation. At approximately 9:45 p.m., the Washington State Patrol, on behalf of the West Richland Police Department, issued an Amber Alert for a 1-year-old Roman Santos and a silver 2009 Toyota Corolla. It is believed that the 1-year-old was kidnapped by the suspect. The Amber Alert was extended from Washington to Oregon, as well as additional locations on the West Coast. We are making progress in locating the suspect and will continue our efforts until he is located. The West Richland Police Department would like to thank our regional partnership, including the Kennewick Police Department, the Richland Police Department, Pasco Police Department, Prosser Police Department, the Benton County Sheriff's Department, the Franklin County Sheriff's Department, Washington State Patrol, Benton Fire District 4,
they caught him?
Benton Fire District 1, the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, Fish and Wildlife, and others for their work on this case. We are grateful for their assistance. I'd like to give the public every assurance that the West Richland Police Department will continue to prioritize this matter with all of our available resources for the benefit of our crime victims,
That's a
those
good
affected by
question.
this tragedy, and our community at large. At this time, I'd like to ask Eric Eisinger to come forward, the Benton County Prosecutor. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Grego. My name is Eric Eisinger. I am the Benton County Prosecuting Attorney. Last night, a nationwide arrest warrant was issued for Elias Huizar. Mr. Huizar is charged by criminal information with first-degree premeditated murder of his ex-wife, Amber Rodriguez. The charge of murder includes an aggravated circumstance allegation of domestic violence and a firearm enhancement. At the time of the murder, Mr. Huizar was out on conditions of release on 2 pending felony matters for rape of a child in the 3rd degree and rape in the 2nd degree.
Shame.
The total bail on those 2 matters was $250,000. It is important for the public to understand that this matter is still under active law enforcement investigation, and local, state, and federal law enforcement agents are working diligently to address this matter. The Benton County Prosecutor's Office is working with our community partners to provide resources to those who have been affected within our community. And I anticipate that as this investigation continues, that additional criminal charges will likely be filed in this matter. Thank you. I'll turn it over to Dr. Redinger now.
There are no words to express how deeply saddened we are by the targeted domestic violence incidents that took place yesterday at William Wiley Elementary, as well as in the surrounding neighborhood, that resulted in the death of one of our staff members and another individual. This is a tragedy no community should have to experience. We want to start by acknowledging the bravery we saw yesterday. Our students, staff members, and families showed an incredible amount of courage and strength when faced with immense fear and grief. We want to thank our local, state, and federal law enforcement for the incredible job they have done protecting our community. We are grateful to all of our community partners and community members who stepped in to help yesterday as well as today and plan to help us tomorrow. We'd like to say a special thank you to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who provided a safe place for our Wiley families to reunite with their children. Please know that our schools are a safe place for your children to learn. We have highly trained administrators and school staff whose top priority is keeping your children safe.
Really?
Lockdown drills are one of the ways that we ensure safety.
You're going to have to come better than that.
We are grateful that we had the training and were able to utilize and follow procedures when rare incidents such as this occur. We have additional community resources
full of shit
that can be found on our crisis resources website at rsd.
She is talking out her ass.
Resources.
She's reading bullshit right now. I'm sorry.
I hated the thought of someone I don't know caring for me. Luckily, a friend of mine told me about Freedom Care, a medication.
How did that even happen?
Are there any questions, Mr. Probert?
How did he get on the premise? How did he must have waited till she got out to go to school, I guess.
This matter is still under investigation, so unfortunately, I'm unable to provide a lot of additional details or answer that question.
Any idea who was shot first, whether it was William Wiley shooting or the shooting in Highlands?
Again, and we're still actively investigating the case. It's my understanding that search warrants are still being executed at this point. So in terms of creating a definitive timeline, that is still a work in progress, and we should know more in the near future.
Is the 1-year-old, that's his son, right? The 1-year-old he's with?
That is correct.
Okay. And it's his son with his girlfriend, right?
That is correct.
And why did you guys believe he said to Mexico?
In these types of situations, it's important to be careful when we are looking for the whereabouts of a suspect. And so this is, again, a very active investigation, and we are still working on identifying leads and following those leads. There are multiple law enforcement agencies that are involved in investigating this matter. And so there's a lot of effort being put into locating Mr. Weezar's whereabouts.
Why was yesterday's court appearance canceled?
I'm not familiar with that.
It was my understanding that he was meant to be in court yesterday following the cases that you had mentioned, and that when we were looking on Odyssey, it said it had been not skipped, but I forget the word there, but stricken. Thank you.
Okay. I don't have specific information about that. I'm sure that's something that we could track down and find. Yeah.
What kind of resources is your office providing the community right now, the prosecutor's office? Because we don't want to see something like this happen again.
I know that's right.
Absolutely. So my victim witness supervisor joined up with SARC and the chaplaincy to meet with staff from Wiley Elementary earlier this morning. And we are going to continue to work with Richland School District to provide resources and support for those who are affected by this matter.
You said we don't want to see this happen again.
Which is
I feel you.
And then can maybe somebody from the school district talk about some of the, like how did you get on campus in the first place, how that situation all kind of, I mean, he just came on, or?
So I can turn this over to Dr. Redinger if you'd like to ask the district. Yeah.
So we just recently sent out a timeline to all of our families, and we'll be putting that out for all of the community to see the timeline of his employment with the Richland School District and other information regarding that. So during dismissal, we have staff out with students and parents. We have a lot of parents that come and pick up their students. He was behind a kind of a portable area and knew that she would be out there apparently, and then shot her there. Yes. And so quickly staff, it was definitely a targeted, and then we quickly got staff acted very quickly and got everybody back inside. Yes. And then we did a lockdown.
As you should.
Right around, like 3:15, 3:10-ish, 3:50. And it's dismissals at our elementary schools can take a while because we do have the walkers, the buses, but we have a lot of, fortunately, we always have, and I've been very proud of our staffs for this, a lot of staff outside during dismissals. Yes, very good question. So the outreach from the community has been amazing, from all Kennewick, Pasco, Richland. We have therapy dogs. We had supports for all of our schools as well. And so we have flight teams that are made up of counselors, nurses, psychologists, and we had them active at all of our schools because we know this isn't just affecting Wiley, it's affecting our entire Richland School District family. So we do have resources. Today we opened up the district office and we had counselors from all across the entire region. We did have quite a few families and students come, and we did have therapy dogs there, and our entire Wiley staff met together and we debriefed. And I just can't say enough about the counseling support and ongoing support. The local mental health agencies are making room to make sure that they can help any Wiley students and families as a top priority.
Can you talk about the communication this morning? I was talking with a Richland mother who has a young child in elementary school, not at Wiley, but she was upset that she wasn't getting communications from the school on whether school was open or not open for other schools as well. Can you talk about that?
Sure. Yes. We do have a tool, Parent Square, that we utilize, and we went to this tool because it is very fast. Like when we want to send a text to all of our families or an email, it's immediate. Our old systems would take about 5 to 10 minutes. So that went out on Parent Square, and so the only school that was canceled was Wiley. We did have other schools that went into lockdown, and we made sure parents came and picked them up. It's always better to be to be really careful when you don't know for sure what it is going on. And so we took the utmost precautionary terms, and we made sure that we locked down other schools as well. So all of the information that we've been sending out internally to parents, now we're going to be sending that out to the whole community. So the whole community knows.
Very sad. This is pissing me off.
Yes. Yes.
Can somebody talk about, we're not dealing.
So he waited until she got out of work. That's what, 3 o'clock? He waited till she got, because she works there. So he waited till she got out of work, and he knew the time, and then he executed her. This is a shame. This is really pitiful. But what's going to change in this situation? This is their fault. Why would they let him out on a bond, first of all, and such a low bond at that? What is going to change? No reason families cannot get the help that they need. No reason children cannot get found. No reason children are still missing. No reason people are still getting assaulted and ambushed by the police. No reason bodies are still being lost at sea somewhere. No reason people can't get the help they need, because officers like this are too busy unaliving their own goddamn family. It's a shame. It really is. What is going to change? Please, that's what we need to know. We don't need to know about your security, lockdown bullshit tales, and all that shit that was on a piece of paper that's been on that paper that you read for many years. We need to know what's going to change. Period.
With a regular suspect. This is a former officer. He's trained. How worried are you guys?
Exactly, Kathy B.
As I said,
exactly.
Multiple agencies are involved in this investigation, so significant resources are being put at this manhunt for Mr. Weezar. Obviously, we are concerned based on the recent events that occurred at Wiley Elementary yesterday, and as a result, we are making every effort to apprehend him as soon as possible.
Let me get me a water,
Yes, sir.
y'all.
Is there an SLA for the arrival of officers?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
An SLA, like service of level of agreement as response for the situation like this. My kids go to school there.
Sometimes, the only thing more difficult than running a business is finding the right words to market it. Lucky for you, our new AI content generator doesn't sweat words. Just tell it what you want to create, enter a few details, click generate content, and in just seconds, it'll give you options to build from or leave as is. Writer's block? Not anymore. With artificial intelligence doing the wordsmithing for you, you can craft the perfect message in the blink of an AI.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to get me a water. I might have to edit some of this stuff. The commercial.
My culinary school experience was really amazing because at first I thought it was too late for me because of.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to get me a water. I'm sorry. I might have to edit this stuff. commercials is a lot. Ugh,
I think Dr. Redinger can speak.
hate editing.
So right now, what we have, and it's been, both police departments have had a hard time hiring police officers. So we do have a long-term plan in place as officers are available. So we do have a full-time SRO at Hanford and one at Richland. Those are Richland PD. And then we have 3 security guards in addition at both of those schools. We have full-time security guards at all of our middle schools. And then in and then the SROs at Richland and Hanford also will come for calls, and they, during the day, will go and look at their area that they have in terms of this Richland. West Richland, we have a partnership, which I'm very proud of, where we have a full-time SRO at both. He goes back and forth between Libby and Enterprise. And then we have a full-time security guard at Enterprise and a full-time security guard at Libby. All of them help out in terms of the elementaries. So they will go around and help out when we have situations. Yes.
I will want to say thank you guys all for your guys' support. I really enjoy living in this community. I continue to be in this community. I really appreciate all your guys' hard work. I know it's none of your guys' fault. However, I do want to pay my respect for your guys' authority and work ethics behind this process. I would like my kids to be a little bit more safer. Maybe we consider homeschooling because of this. But nonetheless, this is the reason why I'm here, is to sit here, listen to your guys' future changes.
Any other questions?
Yesterday, neighbors told us that there was a long history at the house. Can he give us more info about that?
Obviously, I indicated that there are 2 pending charges regarding Mr. Weezer. Beyond that, I'm not able to provide any other details at this time, and don't have other information to provide at this moment. I think there was a hand in the back. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I want to show y'all something after this. I just found something out. I'm going to show y'all something.
So the question was about the employment. So we did send out to all of our families a very lengthy timeline of the very beginning. And we did our due diligence. It's airtight, but I want to read one comment
I don't
about
want to hear
this.
no more of this
All of
bullshit, to be
his
honest.
background checks came back positive. His reference checks were positive from another school district, and there were no red flags when he was hired. However, on February 14th, 2024, we received notice of Mr. Huser's arrest, and learning of the allegations against him, we immediately removed him from being able to work or volunteer. At the time, his last day of substitute teaching for us was June 14th, 2023. So all this year, he has not been employed with the school system. I do want to make one comment.
Mhm.
We are extremely disheartened that information about his past was not disclosed to us through the various processes we have in place to vet RSD candidates for employment. It is expectation for individuals who apply for employment with the Richland School District to be forthcoming and truthful in their applications. No past investigations or allegations appeared in Mr. Huser's background checks before he was hired, and nothing was disclosed by Mr. Heiser. Sorry, I'm saying this wrong. We took the process of hiring staff very seriously and pride ourselves on the quality and character of our staff members.
Could you tell me his actual hiring date and then his position title?
Yes, on November 19th, and this will be on for all the community to see. On November 19th, 2021, he started application process with the Richland School District for a substitute position. In January, the Richland School District received a reference from a neighboring school district where he was employed as a school resource officer. He was rated very good to excellent. In February, he completed his drug screen at Lord's Occupational Health. His fingerprints were taken at the Educational Service District and were used to run background checks with the Washington State Patrol and FBI. Both background checks came back clear, allowing him to proceed with the employment process at RSD. In February 2022, he completed the mandatory 8-hour sub-skills training course, passing with a score of 100%. February 7th, 2022, we initiated the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction Emergency Substitute Certification application, electronically signed and completed. The application asked background questions in the character and fitness part, including, have you ever resigned from or otherwise left any employment while allegations of misconduct were pending? And are you currently or have you ever been the subject of an investigation or inquiry by an employer because of allegations of misconduct? Both questions he answered no. He also signed an affidavit certifying all information included in the emergency substitute application was true and correct. February 8, 2022, the neighboring school district sent the Washington State Sexual Misconduct Disclosure Release to Richland School District. The neighboring district checked the box for no sexual misconduct materials found. This document was sent to RSD from that district's District Human Resources Department. He completed his new hire paperwork, including an I-9 form. A notification of reasonable assurance for employment was sent to him. February 9th, 2022, I guess I don't need to keep going. Is that enough? Do you want me to keep going?
Will there be school tomorrow?
Yes.
I was going to say that,
we
Josephine.
met and debriefed. Wiley families received an email shortly, a few minutes ago, and we will have school at Wiley tomorrow. That best practice is to go back to our routines, and that's where all of our resources will be at the school.
Like that crisis response team.
I was just going to say that, Josephine, what you said. How is it we know? Right.
The two victims or the victims' names that you're able to say and the suspect's name slowly.
He full of shit.
So the one victim that we can disclose, who was found near Wiley Elementary, is Amber Marie Rodriguez, and the defendant in this matter is Elias, and I believe the last name is pronounced Weezar, and I stand willing to be corrected if anybody wants to correct me on that. I believe it's Weezar. It's Huizar, and those are the only related names we can release at this time regarding the incident. I'm told by Mayor Gary we only have an opportunity for a few more questions, Mr. Pocher. I'm sorry, Mr. Probert.
Question for Dr. Edger. You might not answer this, but I believe that his initial crime was on February 2nd. I'm wondering what happened between February 2nd and February 14th. Why that was there some sort of breakdown in communications or something?
No, that's just what we were looking for.
Okay.
Yes.
I was wondering when it comes to.
Oops, I'm sorry.
WRPD, she said that you guys are making progress. I was wondering, what can you tell us about that progress? What does that mean for people wondering? And then also, I know you can't say exactly where people are at, but where should maybe people be looking for the suspect? I know that there was the Toyota Corolla originally, but then I think.
So this is before they before he offed
So
himself.
you may be aware that there was an Amber Alert that was last night. So at this point, we're simply asking that the public look for any information that relates to that Amber report that might lead to locating Mr. Weezar.
This is
case
before
is
they
being,
found
as I
his
said,
gun
very
behind.
actively investigated. What I mean by that is, there are multiple agencies that are involved.
I
There are
can't
search
find the
warrants that are
one
being
from this
conducted,
morning
many
yet.
efforts that are being undertaken at the same time.
If they
by
even
different-
went on.
different personnel.
But I
And
want to
so
show you.
this is an all hands on deck situation. Every effort is being made to continue and conclude, hopefully conclude shortly, this investigation.
They're full of it, right?
So I don't have any other information about that at this time, so I just rely on the Amber report information. Yes, ma'am, in the back.
He don't want to hear no. He don't want no more questions.
So my office has a victim witness unit, and we have victim witness coordinators and assistants that work with crime victims. And so I would anticipate that our victim witness staff and the staff at the Support Advocacy Resource Center, or SARC, will likely work with the crime victims in this matter to provide them services Obviously, there are a number of people that were affected in the community by this matter. And our office and others will be making every effort to help those folks. Any final questions? Yes, sir.
You know what's crazy is I don't want to hear his ass no more. But he is not the first cop who has unalived his wife. He's not the first cop that's unalived
So
his
we
wife,
do
y'all.
have-
And I'm about to show y'all some shit.
Relieved of duty. And then I go to Houston now. I want to put up this tweet here of a really startling
We had a
story.
Houston cop.
Houston police saying in this tweet, arrested Ghalib Wahid Chowdhury, 31, charged with aggravated assault of a family member with serious bodily injury in the shooting of his wife. Chowdhury, an off-duty HPD officer at the time of the shooting, is relieved of duty. And there you can see his mugshot. Well, Fox 26 in Houston has more on what exactly happened in this story. Let's listen.
Another cop.
A Houston police officer was arrested Monday, accused of shooting his wife in the face with a rifle while off duty. It happened around 12:45 a.m. at the Westerly apartment complex on Clay Road in Northwest Houston.
That officer is assigned to Northwest Division. He's 31 years old, has 2 years of service. I will not be releasing the names at this time. We are actively filing charges.
Authorities have not specified what exactly happened leading up to the shooting. Investigators also have not publicly released either name of the couple, but records show the two got married a year ago. Loved ones were seen talking to investigators on scene Monday afternoon and grabbing belongings and what appeared to be a pet from inside the apartment. Chief Finner says the officer was relieved of duty immediately and is expected to face aggravated assault charges.
We all took an oath of office to serve and protect.
But y'all don't. But y'all
But
don't.
we're human as well. And this hurts, okay? It hurts all of us.
Y'all human. I don't want to hear that word. Y'all human as well.
Okay, so
I did
wild
not want to
story
hear
there
that
in the
word.
Houston
Y'all
area. I
human
wanted to make
as
sure we
well.
got that in there.
No, please don't give me that bullshit. Y'all human as well. I forbid to hear that shit. We are human as well, but y'all have to serve and protect us. But y'all don't do that. Y'all don't do that. Yes, human as well, making little mistakes, not offing your wife, offing your kids. How could he even say some shit like that? And that was another cop. That wasn't even the cop that we was even doing the live on. I found that when as I was searching for the update, to see about this morning, if they went live this morning, and I said, oh wow, look at this. Because when I went in the comment section on that guy, someone said his wife in the surgery, she lived and she wanted to make a report about him, but she wasn't safe saying it around the Atlantic police cops. Interesting, right? Wow. I should have showed y'all the comments, but it said that, and that's what made me play that video. Not only did he often shoot his wife in the face, but his wife was going to make a report about him. And when she realized it was his same department of Atlanta, she got scared and she didn't make the report. Let me see if I can go back and find that. Hold on. Matter of fact, I might could just do it on my phone. It'd be probably easier. Oh, right here. Here it is, right here, plain and simple. Wife was about to give a statement before going into surgery, but when she realized they are Houston cops, she turned down. His wife don't trust the husband's department, says a lot about cops and that reputation. Wow. So she did make it. Something about the Houston department she don't trust. And that says a lot, because look what that cop said. And we've seen him make other reports in Houston. We've done other cases with that same reporter. And he has the nerve to say, we are human. Say no more. Say no more. They are demonic humans, says Katie. How can he even say that? Katie says, I'm here with you on that, sis. Oh, wow. Yeah, she got scared when she found out that, yes, it was his department to do the report and not another department, and she refused. And coming out of surgery. Or going into surgery, yes. None of us innocent people are safe when criminal cops attack. Police are the largest gangs in the U.S., allegedly. Exactly. And I've been saying that. They are the biggest thugs. They are the largest gangs. They are the criminals. They are. So when your child goes missing, go look for them yourself. If your child is trafficked, you need to be out on the street looking for them yourself. You are your own investigator. You must do the work yourself. Do not depend on the cops, because you will be waiting like Jelani Day's mother. And like a lot of other parents too. Doing organizations, which is good. But you ain't gonna never find out what happened to your child if you don't go out there and be a goddamn detective yourself. Become your own CI. If you got to go to them hoods, talk to them dealers, talk to them pimps, talk to them tricks, become your own CI. Go find your child yourself. Because if not, baby, we will be here forever talking about JoJo is still missing 25 years later. Shantae is still missing 3 years later. Lily is still missing 35 years later. Mary Jane is still missing 5 years later. No body, no case, no face. Become your own detective. You are responsible for looking for your child, not the motherfucking police. Stop waiting on them and come to us, because we will help. Certain content creators that are doing it for the real reason will help. And please know the ones that are doing it for the real reason. New York City cops have the most cops in the U.S., and they are the crookedest. Houston, we got a problem. You had a man, AJ, young 19 years old, handsome boy, went missing with an ankle monitor on. His uncle Paul, will be here Monday at 8:00 p.m. Eastern telling his story. He is now an advocate for his nephew. This case is a corruption. AJ went missing with an ankle monitor on, and that ankle monitor was at that warehouse of 40 hours or something, they said. We've covered AJ's case twice or 3 times or something like that. But there is so much more. And I had to contact his Uncle Paul so he could come on here and tell you the whole thing. Because he ain't going to hold back. And he is now an advocate and helping other families. And they still have not found that boy's body. And they do believe that AJ is dead because there was a witness that saw the crime. But it's more bigger because we have the cops, we have drugs involved. We have a girlfriend of AJ's who is covering up. I mean, allegedly, everything I say is allegedly, but there was a lot of things in this case, y'all. It's not just a missing boy with an ankle monitor on. We're talking about the higher up police of the higher ups involved with his disappearance. I'm going to need y'all here to be here at 8 o'clock Monday p.m. to support him, please. Because the cops won't support him. They shut him down. You know why? Because he's everywhere talking about it. Because he's everywhere talking about it. So everybody's shutting him down. But Brooklynsquad, we don't shut nobody down. The platforms are giving him, you know, he got his own platform and stuff, but I'm talking about like when it comes to the police and governments and all that, they're not helping nobody like that. No. So I had to reach out to him. I had to. He will be here Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern. And I believe this is AJ's. Let me see what he messaged me. Hold on. I believe second or third year of his disappearance. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Because he was going to do it before Monday. Here it goes, Uncle Paul. But he said it was AJ's next week is kind of full. It's also the 3rd year anniversary of AJ. So this is his 3rd year anniversary of AJ. Yep. Justice for AJ. Uncle Paul will be here Monday to tell you his nephew's story. And AJ's mother is still fighting for her son. Allahnia Lenoir. Alani, I want to say that's my baby because I don't know her. I'm trying not to cry. But that case right here, Allahnia Lenoir, and I say her name wrong all the time. Her grandmother said to me on TikTok, her name is Alana. I said, I'm sorry about her saying her name wrong. She was like, oh, no, it's okay. But I get very attached to family members when I'm doing cases. Allahnia Lenoir went missing. She was supposed to go to the club, Josephine, with her friend. Now, this friend is a family friend. Matter of fact, let's pull up the news report. Let's talk about betrayal, friendship. Don't know the girl code.
track of the plate.
And they were all drinking. Lenoir's from Atlanta, who had planned a night out with a friend when things apparently took a turn for the worse. And that's where the mystery starts. In just a moment, I'll be talking with a private investigator who has just signed on to this case. But first, correspondent Brooke Schaefer joining us live tonight with the very latest. Brooke, Allahnia was seen on surveillance entering an apartment building with a friend that night, and that was really the last sign of her.
Yeah, and her friend reportedly left that building, but Allahnia didn't. The 24-year-old woman seemed to just vanish, and now it has been weeks since her family or friends have heard from her.
I'm begging to please just keep her name. My daughter's name was Allahnia Lenoir. And her friends knew her as Fruity.
A mother trying to stay optimistic. Her 24-year-old daughter, Allahnia Lenoir, missing since July 30th. Last seen on surveillance entering this Atlanta apartment building with a female friend around 8 p.m. The friend told police they were going there to chill. They met two men inside an apartment and they were all drinking. Lenoir's father says surveillance shows that friend leaving around midnight, but no sign of Allahnia.
She said, yeah, we were fine. Everything was okay. I mean, I left and Allahnia was fine.
They keep saying she's missing. And she's not missing. She's been taken. Those are facts. Somebody knows where she is.
Flyers posted around the neighborhood, pleas on social media, and vigils in the park.
We're gonna stop saying your name, Allahnia Lenoir. We will not stop talking for you. We will not stop fighting for you.
But more than 3 weeks later, there are still no clues.
We need to work from that apartment complex, work our way out to see if there's any evidence.
The family has hired well-known private investigator TJ Ward, who worked on the Natalie Holloway disappearance in Aruba in 2005.
I have cadaver dogs, I have drones, and I have resources to assist me in trying to locate her.
Ward says at least one of the men from the apartment has a criminal record.
We are looking into those two individuals along with law enforcement and trying to find what may have transpired or where she may have been.
Allahnia's father preparing for the worst.
The least of the evil is that she was trafficked and somebody, took her, because then that gives us, the opportunity to try and find her, still alive.
Until they know for sure, they're sending love and hope to their daughter.
I know that your mother and I are going to continue to look for you until we find you. So just hang on, continue to hang on.
Now, Marnie, we did reach out to the Atlanta Police Department for an interview, but we didn't hear back. As for the family, they have started a GoFundMe page to help pay for this private investigator. Marnie?
All right, Brooke, thank you. Let's welcome in TJ Ward, the private investigator now on this case. He has worked some of the nation's biggest missing persons cases, including, as you heard there, the Natalie Holloway case back in 2005. TJ, I appreciate your time tonight. Where do you start on a case like this?
Thank you very much for having me. First of all, we have to look at who was involved. We have to work our way out with people that were with her, witnesses that may know. This is not an ordinary missing persons case because we have no idea where she is. I mean, I have access to aerial support, cadaver dogs, drones, and the problem with this is we don't know where to start to look. And I guess we're going to have to work our way out from the apartment where she was, and we have no idea. We know there was two men involved. One of them we know of has a criminal history, and the other person we're already looking into. The best way to start working on these type cases like this in the unknown is to start looking at people and witnesses. Somebody's going to talk. Somebody's said something about where she is, and we have to find that person and hope they come out. Maybe they'll talk to me, more than they would talk to law enforcement, I don't know. But we have
Well,
just
that
got
hasn't
into
been the
this
case.
about a week ago.
That hasn't been the case because Allahnia Lenoir is still missing. Now, the police have said that they detained her dead. I know I'm not related to the family. I know I'm just a content creator, but I feel that Alana has been probably trafficked. I'm not the only person that feels like this. There's other people in her circle that has also felt like that. But, you know, Alana, other side feels that, you know, she could be unalive because they say that the third guy was witness going back and forth, traveling. I forgot where he was traveling from. I don't know if it was Georgia, but he was traveling from somewhere. And if I'm not mistaken, they said that it could have been Alani's body. But my thing is this: did they see him carry her body? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. There was a little bit of blood in the bathroom, crossing state lines, right? But was it enough to say? I mean, because if they're going to come out and say that she's unalive, first of all, that was pretty quick for the cops to say that at that time. It was very quick for them to say that at that time. I will never forget that. Exactly. Right, right. We have seen her go in, but the footage does not show her come out at all, which is very, very weird. Very weird. Now, one of the guys is still on the run. One of the guys is still on the run, Josephine. The other two is locked up, and the girl, which was kind of a family friend to her, is the one who we believe set this whole thing up. And she's talking trash on the internet to Alana's mother and family, saying, "Oh, Alana's trash. Look in the garbage. I bet you she's, you know, she's just talking a lot of trash, a lot of disrespectful shit." For her to be a family friend, and actually Alana was going out to save her ass. She was blowing up Alana's phone because she was so depressed. So Alana was going out to keep her company that night. And she was supposed to go to the club, not go to these guys' house. And some way, somehow, she brought Alana to these guys' house and left her there. And she was never seen again.
Through the father contacted me through their lawyer, his company he works for, and we're going to take this ball and run. My hope's to meet with law enforcement soon and try to share some information and them sharing with me.
Nothing about girl code,
I'm a former law enforcement officer of 47 years and hope that keeping things quiet, and that's probably why law enforcement hasn't spoken to anybody about this, because the confidentiality of information that they're developing and the leads they're getting is good, but they can't let that out. They can't let people know who they're talking to or what they found. That's super important. But as soon as we can establish who may know something or who may talk, that's going to be the importance of this type of case, because we have no idea how she left or where she is or who's with her other than these two men that we know about already. And I'm sure law enforcement is looking at them very closely.
Do you have any explanation yet, TJ? This stood out to me as I read the police report today that according to the family, a search warrant wasn't issued for that apartment where there is surveillance of her entering the apartment until about 10 days after she vanished. And according to the family, the two men in question, without incriminating them in any involvement, left the apartment, cleaned up, and are now gone. Have you verified any of that? And how does that complicate trying to find evidence in a missing persons case?
Well, I know for a fact that one of those individuals is on probation in a county here in Georgia. So I'm sure that they've already contacted their probation officer, whatever. But again, the leads that police have is confidential right now. And it's good to keep it that way so they can work their case, and in hopes that I can work with them, and anything that I might find, I will take them immediately.
You see, he's not answering the question, right? So let me answer it for you. I think they're all involved. Because first of all, why would they wait 10 days to go search that place and get a search warrant? By then, they already swiped everything out. The place was spotless and clean. Before they went in there was furniture in there. There was things in there. Everything was in there, the girl said. When the cops went in there, everything was cleaned out. There was nothing in there. I think there was like a toy or a baby doll or some shit that was left in there that made us, that's when we found out that he had a kid. But that place was cleaned out. They waited 10 days to get a search warrant. Come on now. Come on. Now, the other two is arrested, but the other one is still on the run. And all of a sudden, his wife is pregnant now. It could be his baby, or people are saying, oh, maybe it's not his baby. But if it is his baby, where the fuck is this monster at? Where is he at? Oh, yeah. Friends can be the biggest enemies. Of course. We know that, girl. Huh? We already know that. Yep.
Before I run out of time with you, TJ, this surveillance video must be critical in the police investigation and in your own investigation. Have you seen the surveillance video yet, and what exactly does it show?
I've seen part of it with somebody leaving, but I have not got into the video yet. I have few recordings of some of the witnesses that I'm analyzing. I have a system called layered voice analysis, and I can analyze these conversations, and I can tell you if somebody's lying or hiding something. And I'll share that with law enforcement and give it to them, and hope to move forward and find new information.
Well, I know the family is very appreciative, TJ, that you're on the case. I'm out of time, but I'd like to have you back because we'll continue to follow this. Thank you. And we'll be
Thank you very much. And we.
He's full of it. The bond denied.
So these are non-violent offenses that he has previous convictions of. The hit and run's totally irrelevant, Your Honor. My client, all these cases the state brings up, what the state failed to point out? My client's never missed a court date. Not once did he ever have a failure to appear.
Trying to get bond.
The issue is flight risk. And if we're assessing that, he's lived in Georgia his whole life. He's had prior burglary cases where he showed up to court. He even showed up to answer to his hit and run. So he's not a flight risk. He's not a risk of intimidating any witnesses because
don't care.
The two most important witnesses for the state are on the run. The victim, we don't know where she is, and the guy who actually says he committed the murder. And by the way, when we talk about Mr. Obote, who's on the run, Your Honor, I want to specifically point out to the fact that evidence that we do have in discovery is that Mr. Obote goes out.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. Attorney Appen is getting into the facts of the case.
Well,
that
the whole
relates
argument
has been about the facts.
It does that all the time in bond.
And I sustain that objection. Mr. Appen, I think you've primarily argued the facts of the case, and I understand why, but the state has objected, and I have sustained that objection.
Okay. Well, if we look at just the Ayala factors, and I'd like to point out to the court that every bond hearing I've had in 29 years, the state only argues the facts when the defense lawyers argue the Ayala factors. That happens all the time. But if we just look at the Ayala factors, Your Honor, my client has no convictions relating to anything violent. He shows up for court every time. He's not a flight risk. He's lived here his whole metro life. He's in severe need of medical attention, which I brought to the court's attention, and I think that's deserving of a bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you. First of all, I'd just like to say to Mr. Apt and to Mr. Reynolds and to the state that I have no problem with bond reconsiderations. There are rules that govern bond reconsiderations, most notably a change in circumstances, but time passes and things change. And I have no problem re-looking at these incredibly hard decisions that the court makes. So I do understand that there does need to be a legal showing of a change in condition, but we've heard this, and so there's been the allegation of the change of condition, most notably medical, and I'm sorry about that. The second one is with regard to medical attention, I'm happy to become involved if that's the issue and if that's brought before me, Mr. Apt. I'm not trying to ignore it. That is a jail issue. And again, if I can help, I'll be happy to. And then finally, and I do think that this is something that will come up soon because the co-defendant has a motion for out-of-time speedy trial, which we are getting on a calendar. And so we'll hear that shortly. I'm happy to get this case tried as soon as we can get to it, and we're ready to go. But insofar as arguing the strength of the state's case, I agree it's not an Ayala factor. These are difficult decisions, and motion for bond consideration is denied. Thank you.
Your Honor, since you've invited us asking for your help, then I specifically, and I brought it up, I specifically would like Your Honor's help then, because we're going on almost a year and Mr. Reynolds is in daily excruciating pain. Oh. And rather than having the family go out and hire some civil rights lawyer and sue the county, which I don't think is necessary, I'd like an order instructing him to be brought to Grady immediately to be assessed for surgery.
Prepare the order, give it to the state.
Who cares? Where's Alani's body? Where is she?
And if that's something, again, that is appropriate, I reiterate, I am happy to help.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. Okay.
Sell online.
So by looking at that, do you think that this trial was going to be on TV? It looks like. It looks like it. Katie, you think so? I didn't see that. I never saw that before. I didn't even know that was on YouTube, that was on live. Do you think this trial is going to be on TV live? I'm going to have to change the thumbnail. And put Allahnia Lenoir. Me either, girl. I just found that just now. What are you thinking? Do you think that's going to be on TV? You know. Now he wants approve his surgery. He's in pain. Who cares? Where's Allahnia Lenoir? Where is Allahnia Lenoir? What you mean? Oh, for his surgery. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And those are questions that we could ask the aunt. Also talk to her about that, because you know what, Katie? That's a very smart thing you just said. Oh. Mm. It's choking me for a minute. That's a very smart thing you just said. Right. That's an escape goal. Uh-huh. Yup. Because he's been trying to get bond for a very long time. And it's been denied. So now all of a sudden, he wants surgery. You know what? I'm going to change the titles and everything in my thumbnail. You just gave me a good thing. Thanks, babe. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see if we can find another one. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. I would say Alana. Let me see. What's his name? Yeah, I think that was the last one of that one. Yeah. I think that was the last one of that one. Dante Reynolds. Hold on. Yeah. It was only that one, and yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was it. Yeah. That was it for that one. But that was like, wow. Me too. Me too. I want to know about him too. We're not hearing much about him. It's only Dante, right? Exactly. Let me see something. What's his last name? Nicholas what? Yeah, I think the police are definitely protecting Stephen. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I believe they know exactly where I believe that he might be working for them. I believe they know exactly where he is. I believe that Alana's body was trafficked. I believe she was trafficked. I believe this is a big traffic organization. Yep. Okay, guys. I mean, ladies. Um, uh, you think so too, Katie? Me too, babe. Me too, girl. Nicholas Henderson. Nicholas Henderson. Oh, 2 months ago they had something. Hold on. Oh, let's go back for a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I found something. Nicholas Henderson. Here you are.
To a missing woman's death made an appearance in court. Thanks so much for joining us for your afternoon
The
news.
second guy.
I'm Alex Whitler.
The third one's
Nicholas
still in the loop.
Hendrickson is accused of disposing Allahnia Lenoir's body after she disappeared from a Midtown apartment complex. You might remember that was back in July of 2022. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is joining us live from Fulton County with more on what the judge had to say.
2 years
Tyler.
now.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alex, good afternoon to you. Nicholas Hendrickson has been locked up at the Fulton County Jail for more than a year, and just a short time ago, the judge decided that is where he was going to stay. The judge denied his request for bond for a second time. Fox 5 was the only station in the courtroom as this unfolded this morning, as one of the suspects charged in connection to the death and disappearance of Allahnia Lenoir faced a judge. There was a huge show of support from Lenoir's friends and family. While Hendrickson is not accused of killing Lenoir, he is charged with helping dispose of her body. In court today, his attorney said he is an Army veteran and has ties to the community. He said this case has dragged on and Hendrickson deserves to either be out on bond or have his case finally go to trial. But the
Army
prosecution
veteran?
thought that, and Lenoir's mom gave a tearful plea for him to stay behind bars. Ultimately, the judge was unmoved by Hendrickson's appeal.
He poses no risk of flight or failing to appear when called. He's not charged with anything violent, and he's never been charged with anything violent.
Nicholas is asking again to be let out, but nothing, absolutely nothing has been communicated or presented that he will no longer endanger me and my family or the community.
I made a determination that was not easy on this already, and nothing changes that determination, and the motion for reconsideration is denied.
Two other suspects are charged in this case. Stephen Obiate and Deontay Reynolds both face a number of charges, including felony murder. At last check, Reynolds is locked up at the Fulton County Jail, but Obiate is still on the run and is one of APD's most wanted. The family has offered a $25,000
right
reward
here.
for information that leads to the arrest of Obiate. If you know where he is,
It's
call
still
police.
on the
As
run.
for Hendrickson, he is also asking for a speedy trial, but the judge was not able to rule on that today. Instead, she is waiting for some more motions to come through before deciding that probably next month. We are live outside the Fulton County Courthouse this afternoon. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Okay, Tyler, thank you.
I saw that little smirk. That's why his ass didn't get bond. Yep. They don't care. And that shows you right there that they did not care. They don't care about the family. And you know what? These are strong. Let me tell you something. Allahnia Lenoir, if anything happens to me, God forbid, I need a family like Allahnia Lenoir's family to fight for me. Because that family is strong. They show up at every court. They out there searching for her. They doing protests. They doing, you see them everywhere. They don't stop. And this is why they haven't got bond, right? Because the family, it takes a villain to support. And it's not just the family, it's the community. It's the community. No, not all three are behind bars. There's still one on the run. Yep. That's what we're talking about. There's still one on the run, Kathy B. The one who got the pregnant baby mama. Now remember, she just winds up pregnant a few months ago. But he's been missing for almost 3 years now. But all of a sudden, his baby mama winds up pregnant. Interesting. Where is he at? But that family is strong. It takes a community. It takes a villain. And this family is strong. They show up. Right, Kathy P. Yeah, who the daddy? Kathy B. Yeah, who the daddy? Who the papa? Who the papa? I ain't the papa, bitch. Who the papa? Who the papa to that daddy? Because how she wound up pregnant and she's married to him. They was together. Maybe it could be another dude, but we don't know. I think it's him. And I think the police is hiding him. And I think that they traffic Allahnia. And that's what I think. It's allegedly. It's on my platform, so I could say allegedly. That's just my opinion. We all have our own opinions. But the cops said that this young, beautiful queen was unalive pretty fast. They said that pretty damn fast. And for them not to know where this demon-eyed motherfucker, ugly, motorized it is, I just don't get that. I truly believe the police know exactly where he is, and they are hiding him. They know exactly where he is. And I put that on everything I love. Absolutely, the community has to come together and stand up for what's right and no backing down. I will forever stand up and be loud for my people. I know that's right, Katie. Me too, girl. Me too. Because they go hard, and that's what you need to do. And that's why they are denied bond, because they see the family is there every day, every second, every moment. If Alana's family was just the type of family to sit back and not do anything and not go to court and not show support and show, try to get justice and be like, no, he's a danger, he's this and that, they would have been got bond out. They would have been got bond out. But because her family is a force to be reckoned with, don't play with them. Her family ain't the one to play with. They go hard for their baby girl, Alana. And we gonna go hard too. Now, I know I ain't out there in Atlanta with them fighting the way they are. Now, damn, I wish I was. Y'all know my situation. But if I could post anything and continue screaming by the top of my lungs, saying her name, and continue just posting her picture and just talking about her and sharing about her and just keeping her name out there, then I'd be proud to say I've done my job. And as long as I'm still reaching out to her family behind the scene, then I know I'm doing what God wants me to do. Because that's what it's about to me. It's not just about doing content and having the family on your live. I'm doing stuff behind the scene. I'm talking to these families. I'm reaching out. Like, how are you doing? How are you feeling today? How are you holding up? Rebecca Hicks, I'm still contacting her cousin behind the scene. I just texted her the other day. Like, it's not just, oh, let me have me on my YouTube channel. No, boo-boo. No, not I. I take this for real. This is for real. These are real cases. These are real people. These are real families. The news not going to do it. I know how I feel. I don't play that. We hearing the news footage with the camera on real again today. Definitely scams for trafficking, and all other parties are involved in helping allegedly. Oh, Katie, say that, Katie. Yes. Yes, Katie. I do believe it. Until we see a body, I see trafficking. Yeah. Yeah. If law enforcement wasn't involved, he would be locked up by now. It's going in 2 years. Yes. No, going on going on 3 years, right? She was 22, 23. We in 24. June would be 3 years. Right? Am I mistaken, Katie? We in 2024. She was gone 2022. Hold on. Let's see. Right? Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, July 30th, 2022. 23, 24. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah. 22, 23, 24. I was counting 22, 23, 24. No, 2023, 2024. Yeah, no, yeah, it's going to be 3 years. Right? And July 30th, it would be 3 years. Yep. Yeah, July 22, 23, 24. 2 years? Oh, I thought 3 years. It feels like, oh God. That's that new math. Ah, shut up, Kathy B. But that's why I'm going back to school, boo. That's why I'm going back to school, boo. That remind me, I got a quarter at school too. Wait, 22, 23, 24. Oh, yeah. What am I thinking? 23, 24, 2 years. In July, it would be 3 years. Right? In July? Oh, no. In July, it would be 2 years. I don't know. But, y'all, this case gets me so hyped. It just gets me emotional because I feel like this. If it's going on 2 years. Thank you, Kathy. I feel like this. Because they said, right, that she had taken, she had OD'd and they were scared and they didn't call an ambulance and she died. Where's her body? If she OD'd, where's her body? You wouldn't have a problem saying, oh, her body is such and such, because, look, Katie had to break it all down for me, y'all, like I'm a kindergarten. Thank you, boo. July 2022 to July 2023 is 1 year. Then July 2023 is July 2024 is another year to 2 years. That's how you got to do it for Brooklyn. She knows what she's doing. Thank you, sis. And she not being sarcastic, but she know that's how she got to do it for me. Yes. Yes, that's what I was saying. It took 10 days for the search warrant. And that's another thing. 10 days. And for those that's going to come later and think, oh, wow, Katie's being sarcastic. Katie is not being sarcastic. That is my girl. Okay. We joke all the time. She know I'm slow with math and she going to have to break it down to me for me to learn what the fuck is going on right now. And she did this, that. See, let me tell you something about friendship, right? When it comes to joking and comes to keeping it 100, right? You will know your peoples, right? And be okay with it and be like, girl, I don't know what the hell is going on. You're going to have to break this shit down to me. And she did exactly that. Thank you, boo. And I don't get offended because she know I really didn't understand what was going on. So she actually had to help me out. Right. For those that might come later, Katie, and might think it was shade, I'm just explaining to them, you my girl, and it's no shade at all. And I tell Katie all the time, listen, you're going to have to break the shit down to me like a second grader because, girl, I don't know. I tell her that all the time. I tell Kathy B that too. The hell? They know how I get down. Shit. I ain't no liar. I ain't got shit. So going back to the right, exactly. Like never no shade, right, Kathy B? But you know how people come back and you know how people come back and when they watch the video later on, and the people that don't know our real friendship, like me, you, and Katie got a real friendship. We real like, so people that don't really know, they probably look at it like, oh, they being shade. So I just have to let them know, like, no, it's no shade, y'all. Those my girls. They know. I would tell them in a minute, y'all gonna have to break this shit down like a second grader because a bitch like me don't know. Okay? Okay. No, okay. And that's exactly what my baby did. And now I understand it. Plain and simple. And you can't get embarrassed with things. Listen, I'm an open book on my internet. I'm an open book with y'all. If I don't know stuff, I'm gonna say, I don't understand this. Help me. And she knew I didn't still understand it. I love that girl. I swear to God, I love that girl. All right, let's go back now. Search warrant. My girls, it took them 10 days to get a search warrant. Why would it take a police officer 10 days to get a search warrant, y'all? Knowing you got a missing female, a missing young girl. Her family is looking for that. Oh, come on. It took them 10 days. Y'all saw her go inside the building. So y'all know she's in there. What about if she was held at gunpoint? Why wouldn't y'all move fast? That's when something is not right. That's when something is not right. Oh, you know, I already know, Katie. But you know, when people come back later and look at the video, they probably will. So I have to explain it. Like, no shade. My girl, no, I don't understand shit. So she gonna have to break it down to me. Yeah, we friends. We help each other out like that. Yeah. Because, you know, you get people that watch the video later on and they might be like, oh, wow, I thought they was shade. I thought they were friends. How's she going to do it? So, you know, for that to, let me just be clear, my girl helping me out. If y'all know I'm bad with math, y'all know I went to school online, didn't do the GED because I was scared, because I knew I was going to fail, because I don't know no timetables, no math and nothing. But I am going back to school again. And this time I'm going to take the test. Yeah. But girl, 10 days? Something wasn't right there. Something was not right. And that investigator, I told the uncle, I would fire his ass. Don't trust him, boo-boo. Don't trust him. Oh, yeah, Kathy B. That was my little surprise for y'all. I'm going back. Yeah. I told my caseworker that too. Yeah. I know people were telling me to take the test anyway and see where I'm at. There's no reason for me to take the test because I don't know any of my. When I tell you I know no math, period, you will understand why I say that and be like, oh yeah, you should not take the test, and you should go back to the school again. Trust me when I tell you, yeah. So yeah, because my counselor was like, Jasmine, you know math. And when she asked me a timetable and I said, I really don't know that. And she was like, okay, yeah. So no, don't take the test if you feel like you should go back to the school. So yeah, I really don't know my math. We need to look into the search warrant. Ooh, hold on. Katie saying something good. We need to look into the search warrant ordeal because it seems like it's been taking them longer and longer to process it rather than the normal immediately 24 to 8 hours. Yes. Yes, that's good. Yes. Matter of fact, let's look into that. Let's look into it now. Because remember, didn't we have another case that the mother was unalived in that apartment with her children? What case was that? Let's go look. First of all, hold on, let me put it on here. Let's see about the search warrant. Hold on, let's go on here and let's see about the search warrant. Okay, boom. Looked it up already. So let's share the screen. Okay. How long does it take to get a search warrant? The time frame depends on the justice system, the severity of the crime, and the judge's availability. So a few hours to a few days. Okay, I'm dropping it. Katie said, drop the link. Katie ain't playing today. Katie said, drop the link. All right, it's dropped, babe. I'm gonna clean my nose. Hold on. Let me clean my nose, y'all. Okay, here we go. Hey, Mama. Hey, Boo.
Hey, so that answers my question right there. My thing popped up within 2 hours and within a few days. So that would be the 24 to 48 hours. So a few days, it's not 10 days. It's 14 days.
Exactly. And it says on the count, let me see. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. It takes a few days to a few hours to get a search warrant. The time frame depends on the justice system, the severity of the crime, and the judge's availability. But it won't take no goddamn 10 days or more.
Even the severity of the crime or whatever it may be. I mean, in general, it's saying a few days. So 10 to 14 days is too much. That means the justice system, once again, is failing everybody.
Yeah. So what would they need to do? What they gonna do? Not a damn thing.
Nope, not unless people start standing up and protesting and stuff about it and being loud about it.
Right. Oh, talking about a protest. Okay, remember the case that we was on where the brother and the sister.
The brother and sister. Yes.
Mm-hmm. She's going. Well, I'm interviewing her again, right? But she told me to wait until she come back because she's protesting.
I don't blame her.
Yes,
I absolutely would too.
Thank God.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Even when the police want you to be quiet, you can't. You have to be loud so you are getting the attention you need in order to have things move and happen. If you be quiet, because that's what they say, they're going to close it and they're going to ignore you as if nothing ever happened.
That's right. That's like they doing. You see Timmy D mother, she out there protesting. She got her son's thing going. She's doing her thing. Alani's mother, she's always out there. You have to be your
And after watching some of your cases recently, it makes me wonder, especially the one last night, it's starting to make me wonder if
the serial killer.
Yes, it's starting to make me wonder if Caleb works with the police or is acquainted with them, because he does have a terrible past and he has gone to jail. But there's just a lot of fishy stuff going on that I just feel they work for each other.
Who?
Caleb and the police with Timmy D's case.
It could be. You never know. You never know. Just like Alana's case, I feel that they know where that motherfucker is at.
Well, and that's my thing with her whole case. They immediately went on the news and broadcasted
she was
no longer with us. Well, how can you do that? We have nobody. We don't know where she's at. Nobody's admitting to anything, but we're just going to put that on national news for everyone to hear. That to me just screamed at me like they knew exactly what happened.
And this is before they even said, oh, she OD'd and this and that. This was before the arrest or anything. They just went on national news and said, oh, she's unalive. What? So fast? And that was like in weeks or days. Well, goddamn.
It was in the first couple days.
Right. I was like, hold on. Wait a minute.
I mean, they know who else is involved and they broadcasted him, but why isn't action being taken?
Josephine said the justice system always fails us. The justice system are full of corruption. Oh yeah, baby.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. But what's going to be done about it? Nothing, like you said, unless people start protesting and standing up. Yeah, that's the only thing I think, like, because other than that, I mean, look what's going on. The police.
Other than that, things are going to continue to happen, and it's just going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. Yeah. It really is. I mean, our world is already messed up a lot, but until everyone can come together and put their differences aside and not cause so much havoc and negativity in this world,
it's going to keep being the way it is.
It's at a standstill. Yeah.
It's going to keep being the way it is. You got all these missing cases out here. Yeah, Kathy B said, I agree. Yeah. All these missing cases out here. You got prejudice going on out here. It's just so much. And it's like, it's a war going on. And the police is making a bigger war by killing their own peoples. Like, you're killing your family? The mother of your child?
Exactly.
Aren't little girls? This is insane.
And I'm getting really tired of people that have unalived children going to trial and saying they have mental illness or they need mental help in order to escape and get out of what they did. You were in the right state of mind when you did this crap.
You better say that. Oh, talking about trial, Kathy B sends me the Adam Montgomery, and on Newsbreak it said that he must come to his sentencing.
Good. He needs to be a part because he was never a part of the trial and he should have had to be there. He should have had to relive that. That poor mother had to be there day in and day out reliving it.
Matter of fact, let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can find out. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Hold on. Yeah, it said that he must come to his sentencing. I'm gonna show you. Newsbreak. Oh, I hear hubby coming with my watermelon from work. Oh, I booked our thing already. Our trip today.
That's good. I have to book a trip for a weekend in August because I have to be in a wedding out of state.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my goodness. But it'll be all right.
Yeah, I had to book it for July instead of no, it was June because they didn't have July.
July was probably booked up with 4th of July and stuff. That's when a lot of people take their summer trips. So
yeah, so we had to book it for June 1st.
That's okay. It'll still be good.
Hell yeah.
You should still have pretty decent weather and everything.
Hey, baby. I'm on live, honey. Okay, I'm happy, boo. I know. He's happy because I booked the trip. Thank you, Bobby. Yeah, because you know how I am with the watermelon. I am. Just give me a minute. I'm on live. Hold on. News break. Let me see. Oh, I probably could even go on YouTube and find it. I'm trying to go on the news break thing.
Yeah, you probably can. I'm sure it's all over.
Yeah, let me go on YouTube because I'm so used to just going on YouTube finding stuff. I go on news break. I get a little lost for a second. Okay, let's see. Adam Montgomery. Okay, Adam Montgomery. This shit just pops up everywhere. Look at that. Should Adam Montgomery be forced to appear in sentencing? Of course. Let me see. Adam Montgomery must attend sentencing in daughter's murder trial. Here we go. Okay, I found it, y'all. Let's get into it. Thank you, Kathy B. I found it, but I found it. She gave me the news break. I found it. I said, "Oh yeah," and I'm glad when she sent me it. I said, "Oh yeah, I gotta put this out for them." And then you just talking about this, it just remind me.
He did not attend his own murder trial, but a New Hampshire judge says Adam Montgomery is required to be in court during sentencing. Montgomery was convicted of murdering his daughter, Harmony. His legal team asked the judge to allow their client to skip his sentencing hearing, but the judge rejected the motion. Sentencing is set for May 9th.
Oh, that's what they had to say for us.
Building your online business?
All right, so sentencing is set for May 9th. January. Oh, what's today's date?
Yep. And that's coming up soon.
Okay, so we're gonna get ready for that. I'm gonna get that thumbnail ready today.
Right? Yeah, it's like in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow.
So that's on what? I wonder what day is that on?
Thursday.
All right, May 9th. Let me write it down because I got so many other cases. Let me just put May 9th. They want him there, boy. He gonna have to face the family. But you know what though? His family, that family messed that little girl up too. They all failed her. Everybody failed her. Everybody failed her.
Yeah, but I believe his brother tried to get CPS involved to help with her.
Yes.
And they failed.
They failed. Yes, the brother did try. Yes, he did try. I felt though that he should have kept trying. If he knew what was really going on, he just should have kept pushing and pushing. I would have at least. I just would have did extra. I felt like everybody just felt that little girl.
Oh, absolutely. All around, all in all, yes. Absolutely.
But he did try, and CPS really failed. And they should lose their jobs. They really should.
I'm pretty sure the guy that was handling the CPS case did lose his job because he had to testify too. And he didn't remember a lot of what he even put in the case files.
A shame.
And he was just showing up, and even if Adam would drive off with her or was going down the road, he would just document something. He wasn't physically talking to him.
Right, because wasn't he involved back in the days with Adam or something like that? Like he was somebody was a friend of Adam or something like that, or something, or a worker or something. He was something. I don't know. It's something had came out during the trial. I can't remember what it was.
I know he had said a few times that he had pulled up and Adam was putting her in the car, and he physically seen her and didn't see any markings. But at that time, people had witnessed that she had bruising. So he didn't properly investigate.
Who are the baby telling to sit down? That's what you said, right?
Yeah, my Everly's telling Zayden to sit down. Like she's the boss. She's the mama. She is. It's her birthday today.
I'm gonna take care of this house. Sit down.
Yep, it's her birthday today, so she thinks she's the boss.
Oh, it's her birthday?
Yep.
Oh, happy birthday to you. How old is she?
4.
Oh, what y'all doing? What are you doing today?
We're not doing much. We're just hanging out.
Okay, yeah.
And she decorated her own cake, so.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh, what does she like? Was she like Barbie dolls and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yep. And then Zayden's is next month, so they have a party next month shared together because they're literally back to back, and I'm like, I can't do a party every month.
No. Yeah. She said happy. Oh, Josephine
Well,
said
thank you.
Birthday. So you got 2 of them. The 2 is both of their birthday, and then you just had her birthday before too.
Girl, we are from birthdays from February to July. One of us in the household have a birthday from February to July.
Aww. So sweet. They said happy birthday.
Thank you.
Well, we're not going to hold you. We want you to enjoy your birthday with your babies. I'm about to get off the live anyway. Enjoy your birthday with your babies, Mama.
I will.
You have PayPal or Cash App?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
To go to the thing and put something on it though first. I got to do that Saturday, and then it'll be a little late birthday thing, but I got you.
You're okay.
Okay. All right, everybody. Y'all have a blessed day. But we're coming back later on for a live tonight, okay? Because I wanted to do this case yesterday, but there was a lot going on yesterday. But I did cover part 1 before about the little girl who did not get justice at all, and she's unalive. A little baby is unalive while the father is still walking the streets and his girlfriend is still walking the streets while the 1-year-old is in heaven with God. We'll talk about that tonight at 8 o'clock, y'all. And she was in their care. We talked about that last month when I did part 1, and I said we'll do part 2. Today is part 2 because I spoke to the group. They have like a group of hers on Facebook, and they asked me to cover it. So we're going to cover it tonight. I'll see you guys later. Okay?
See you then.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.